Okay, so I'm going to talk about um, what basically happened in this whole situation, and then I'm going to send this video. So I said in 2015, I went to Jamaica to do my grandmother's eulogy, and then my cousin put a curse on me and then tells me that I have to come back to take it off. Went back, was brought to these people who said that they were spiritual people, turned out they were practicing witchcraft. They found out that I have a spiritual gift, and since then has still going on, actually been pursuing me for that spiritual gift. So in uh 2021, um no, actually in 2019, April 2019, they were able to take the gift because I went outside of the will of God to find out, okay, why wouldn't they leave me alone? So they took the gift in 2019, and the church said that they couldn't get it back. So I went outside the will of God, got it back. But they kept on trying to take it back, trying to take it back. And that's when one day this dude said, okay, saw me going through an attack from the people in Jamaica and said, okay, I know somebody who could help you. And that somebody was his wife, this woman who teaches at BMCC. And um, was referred to her. Um, and she was like, oh, she's amazed at the light and all this stuff that was, all the light that was coming down from God to me. And then um, said that, no, then she said, okay, she couldn't help me anymore, but she knew a group, small religious group that could help me. And um, yeah, told her after speaking to one of my church sisters that I didn't want the help. That's when she came back and said that the group had permission from God to end my life and take my gift. Okay, brought the text messages, because these was all text messages, brought them to NYPD. And they said that they couldn't do anything. So I contacted the school that she works actually, because she still teaches there. And they made her leave me alone because she was insistent. Anyway, she left me alone. That was November, December 2019. By 2020, because all of this is stemming from jealousy, because apparently she wasn't born with a spiritual gift, but hates me because I was born with one. So there was like, once she started helping me, there were certain things that was happening that didn't make any sense. All of a sudden, all these demons is in the apartment. I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? And everything is coming through the electrical sockets. Because I remember one Saturday night I was sleeping and I couldn't understand like where all these things were coming from. So I asked God for a word, and it was like 5, 6 in the morning. He said, "Look at the sockets." He points me to the electrical sockets, and lo and behold, every socket, I think it was four in the room, was loaded down with demons. And I've never seen anything like it, to the point where I started grabbing them with my hand and throwing them out the window because they started running up the wall. So I was like, okay, how can, what kind of like demonic practice is this where everything is being run off electricity, the sockets? So June 2020, when I started school again, that's when she started attacking me again because of jealousy. Remember, I said everything is stemming from jealousy. So started in a new program at school. 2 weeks in, June 13, exact date, Saturday night. I was in bed. She started, or it might be him. but it was coming from their direction. I didn't even know that she had placed like a tracker in my left leg. So wherever I went in the world, if she wanted to find me, she was going to find me again. She starts attacking, just attacking, had basically no power, just attacking my hearing and my eyesight. And I was just basically ignoring it because, and talking to the church about it. And they're saying, okay, well, we can't do anything about it because of COVID. We can't lay hands and all that stuff. Just not understanding that this is like demonic warfare. So January, she takes the gift because the minister said, okay, let it go. If she's taking it, let it go. All right, she takes it. And this is like what the problem has been since January of 2021, over a year now. This woman has converted this thing, the gift, the forehead stone, to create all kinds of demonic forces. I mean, impossible things that that no human being is supposed to be able to do. She's doing it, and not only doing it, but has shared it with so many people, like so many people that are practicing witchcraft. It can at this point, it cannot, and it is not just her cult that's doing this stuff. She has shared it with everybody who wants that kind of information. Anybody, it's like she's making herself a demigod. We're all these people that she's commanding, because who's going to get up at any time of the day to go harass another individual? Doesn't make any sense. Who's going to get up and say, okay, she's over there at the supermarket, go now? And when they come, it's not like they're coming to me or saying anything to me. All they're doing is tainting. Either tainting the food or just releasing things onto me that I'm going to take back and she's going to use to, like I said, kill me, attempt to kill me. Because everything is specifically for me. Everything is like, it's like almost like computerized. So if I eat something that's tainted, it's going to mess me up. Like it's going to be fuel for her to remove everything from me. The list of things that's in the list that I sent in the email. It's like fuel to remove everything. And it takes a long time to remove these things. But if somebody else eats the same thing, absolutely nothing, because it's not for them. So everything is specifically for me. But now, before I left Long Island and I went out, um, one day I went out and all of a sudden I came back, and now there's a demon on me that's electrified. Whereas before February, I mean, she used it before, when I was like months ago, she used it before. But for the last couple of months, she wasn't using this kind of attack. And she started using this kind of attack because she can't get to end my life. She can't get, you know, she can't get to end my life. That last thing that she's taking, it won't go with her. So went back home. This is in February. All of a sudden, when I touch my laptop, I'm pulling the electricity into my body. When I touch my cell phone, electricity. So I was like, oh, she's back to that whole electricity thing, where even any kind of like friction, if I scratch myself, it's electricity. So every time I touch a laptop, touch a cell phone, I'm just destroying myself, because the demons like is in my hands or on my hand. Like there's one like right here. So because I said they run off electricity, that's one of their sources. So I touch the MacBook Air, the electricity pulling it into my body and giving the demon power. But not only power, whatever is good in me. Like I said, she's just destroying everything spiritual in me. So the last thing that she's destroying, and I keep avoiding saying that word. Something keeps saying, do not say that word, but the last thing that she's taken, it's not something that you could just pull out and it goes. It doesn't work like that. That thing is attached all over my body. So that's what she's basically doing now. Every time I pull the electricity into my, every time I touch something that's electrified, it's just like I'm destroying myself. And these things are not supposed to be possible. Because okay, the church teaches, okay, no one can take your gift. No one can take your life. Okay, how then was she able to take the gift? And how is she at this point being so successful in ending my life? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And people don't understand the severity of this problem. Like whenever I call and I speak to anybody at the church, they don't understand. It's like I'm trapped in my own body. If I can't use a laptop, and then there's so many things that I have to do on the laptop. If I can't use a phone and I have nobody else helping me, I'm forced to do it. These are the only way of communicating. If I can't get in a car, right? Because if I get in a car, anything that's motorized, even if I'm pushing, and this was a new low that I discovered, pushing a cart at the supermarket. Anything, every time I get in a car, whatever she's pulling out is going to attach to that engine and it's going to help to pull it out. And I didn't even realize until I was at the supermarket. I was like, this is a new one. She attached it to the very shopping cart that I was pushing. So everything that's going on there, there is no way that God has given permission for any of this. No way. For you to take something that's good, turn it into something evil, and make yourself a demigod where all these people are now serving you, where you could command anybody every time I leave this room and go someplace. If I don't go quick and come back, believe if I stay there not even 10, 15 minutes, or if she knows where I'm going, because if I use Uber, as soon as I put the address, because she has full access to my phone, full access to my phone, full access to my laptop, sees everything that's going on my laptop, everything that's going on my phone. So if she sees where I'm going, before I even get there, she's going to dispatch somebody there. And that person's going to release all these things onto me. And I'm going to come back down loaded with material for her to use to harass all day, all night, around the clock. I have never seen, that's why a couple of days ago I was saying to myself, heaven is going to be so empty. Who knew that so many people are serving other gods? Basically now serving this woman. I mean, I thought I was shocked when I was in Long Island, when I was at the school and the professor and the four students and the person on the administration and everywhere that I went, even the one person in the apartment building. None of this makes any sense. And to come here to Texas, and even worse, so many people. It does not make any sense. And that is why I keep saying it's a new world, a completely new world, completely new world, because of what this woman and her husband has done with the forehead stone. A complete new world. You're not supposed to be able to just go into somebody's presence and release things onto them just by looking at them, or not even looking, just by being in their presence. You're not supposed to be walk into a supermarket, release something onto clothes, food items. Nobody's supposed to be able to do these things, or even like an ATM machine, because I've seen it done also with money. Anything, any object, the simplest little thing can be a conduit, a carrier. The simplest little thing. Times she doesn't even need a carrier. If I step outside, when I step outside, I didn't touch anything. It's there waiting in thin air. This is what she has done with the gift. It's impossible. These things are supposed to be impossible. And every time I come to Texas and I say, this is where I was sent by God, sent. And because it sounds so crazy and so impossible, as of date, as of March 16th, I've yet to sit down with somebody to go into full detail about this story, about why I was sent here. Because all of this sounds so impossible, yet so easy to prove, because the forehead stone has been in so many different hands. In 2019, when they took it, I had to go outside of the church to get it back. When they took it again, I had to go outside of the church to get it back, go to a church that's technically not a church, but had to go there to get it back because it was something that I cannot function properly without. So there's proof. You know, she's not the only person, like I said, they're not the only person practicing witchcraft. Can be proved by so many different people, and can be proved what she's converted, what she, both of them have converted the stone into, to be commanding all these people. And if you're commanding all these people at your beck and call day and night, because you don't want this to get out, and your intention, okay, well, everything is not supposed to be returned to me. Nothing is supposed to be returned, because when Bishop started preaching about, I think it was a couple Sundays ago, maybe 4 Sundays ago. Like I said, whenever he's talking, it's just like it lines up specifically with what's going on in my life, to the point where I was sitting at the window and he makes reference to that. You know, like an angel is not going to fly in the window to save you, because that's what I used to do all the time at my apartment. Just sit at the window and talk to God, like what to do about this situation. So he starts preaching about taking back your gift, taking back what is yours. And when he does the prayer, repeat after me, praying to God. If you notice, the live stream goes down. And I was just like, because like I said, these people can tap into, if you could attach demons to a website, and as soon as I go to that website, it loaded down. The last one that came a couple of nights ago, I went to this site that I was on, this chat site, clicked on something, spirit attached to my elbow, then into my left arm, and started doing whatever it was supposed to do, and assisting her in dragging out that last thing that I said. For some reason, I'm not supposed to say that word. But these are the things that's happening. The kind of, not even, I can't say it's torment that I'm going through. It does not make any sense. It does not add up. And to think that people could sit day and night, night and day, 24/7 around the clock, doing this to somebody, just waiting. Okay, when is she going to drop? When is it going to end? If this doesn't work, they try that. If that doesn't work, it's something else. Because it's so many, like I said, even the people in Jamaica, The man that I rejected him, told him, okay, the only man that I'm interested is in Jesus Christ, and he's the one that got this to this situation, because it was because of him every day pursuing that I ended up going to this woman for help. So it's like they have this dirty little secret. So many people involved. So many people involved right now. And every time, the way I write, I usually get the title first. And one night I remember I had the title come into I got the title Our Little Secret. And as soon as I got up and I wrote the title down, you know, because when they're angry or they're upset when I do something, I can feel it. Could feel their energy, everything. So when I wrote the title, I think it was the dude in Jamaica, I wrote the title Our Little Secret, um, in the app that I used to write, completely angry. So imagine all these people 24/7. One second.